Hey, everybody, this is Joseph Hasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to Super Bowl Crunching the Number special with Angie, Storm and Norm Rumack, the broadcasting legend, and two-time Emmy Award winner, Mark Everett Kelly. Super Bowl is on my birthday. Norm brought me a great present. You two lunatics haven't got me a present yet. I'm very, very annoyed, very disturbed, very everything. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, but at the end, you're going to tell me what you got, Mark, because I broke my tongue for a year already promoting your sponsors, and you could have asked your sponsors, hey, maybe he needs a car. Hey, maybe he needs buffet dinners for the rest of his life. All right, come on. But here, I digress. Super Bowl 60, Santa Clara, California, on my birthday, February 8th. We got the Seattle Seahawks. Angie's, well, she's a bandwagon. I'm not going to say your favorite team or whatever. You're a bandwagon against the New England Patriots. I love the Patriots, all right?
But she dyed her hair green, though, this time.
I know. Norm keeps telling me I might do it before I go. We'll see.
What do you mean? She's going to color her hair green?
Yeah, this color.
I thought Norm's going to color his head green.
This color. Seahawk color.
How come you didn't do it yet?
I didn't have time. I don't have time.
No, you have time right now. From February.
Okay, see you guys later.
Yeah, go ahead and do it in green, all right? Okay, so let's get to Super Bowl 60 here. We're not, I guess I'll start off with Mark. We're not surprised that Seattle's here, but we are surprised New England's here, right?
Well, I'm a little surprised Seattle's there by how I chose them at the start of the year. Now, obviously, once we got going into the season,
who was your original pick? The New York Jets against who?
Come again?
Who was your original pick? The New York Jets against who?
Yeah, okay, very funny. Like, we're not supposed to, that can be taken as offensive in some parts. All right.
Offensive? You're from New York. You love the Jets.
Exactly. You can't love the Jets. You can't love the Jets. You can't love something that never loves you back. Okay. Yeah, but here's the thing. The Seahawks, to me, I didn't know what to expect of them at the beginning of the year because I never thought Darnold was a game-changing quarterback. But he grew with the team, as you saw. And the defense, no one thought it was going to be as good as it was, which is one of the best, if not the best in football. And then as we got later into the season and into the playoffs, they've had kind of a historic run defensively where they've dominated teams. And they get the Patriots, who to me, like everyone knows, third easiest schedule in NFL history. They've gotten there, only scoring 10 points against Denver with the backup quarterback that they were facing. And then CJ Stroud playing an awful game. So one can argue whether or not they are the best team in the AFC, but regardless, they're there. And it's a rematch of Super Bowl 49. And I think the Seahawks and their fan base, like we had talked about before, want to get them back. And even though they can't go back in time, this will be sort of like a reckoning for that.
So wait a minute. You're calling Seattle by how many? What's the score?
I think Seattle wants to, really pound them. So, but I don't know if they will. I don't think it's going to be like a total blowout, but I think it'll be about a 14, 15-point game.
So you're saying by 2 touchdowns. All right.
Yeah.
So Angie, you're wearing the Seahawks hoodie and everything like that. Obviously, you're going for Seattle. Do you agree with Mark? It will be a 2-touchdown game.
So it's funny because in our previous, podcast, or I guess I shouldn't say podcast, but in our previous conversation here, we had a very special guest, Randy Cross, and he agreed with Norm and I when Norm and I had already said from like weeks ago that Seattle's going to win and Seattle's going to win by 10. So let's see it.
All right. First of all, I'll get to Norm in a second, but here, Angie, I think you're the only one out of us three that is looking forward to the halftime show. You're looking forward to.
No, I'm looking forward to the Green Day pre-show more than the halftime show.
So you're not looking forward to Bad Bunny, even though I'll teach you some words?
Not as much as previous Super Bowl performances, no.
So even if I teach you some Spanish words?
I know Spanish.
You don't know Spanish. Tu estrelada. Norm, speak to her in Spanish.
I know it enough.
Prediction. Okay? Give me your prediction of the game Sunday, Norm. And by the way, thanks for the birthday present.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, my pick, Angie, was spot on. My original pick was Seattle by 10.
Yep.
And I haven't changed my mind at all. It could go higher, but I think, Coach Vrabel is a good coach. His team will play hard for him. So maybe it'll be closer than folks think. And I think 10 points is a reasonable spread. I think Seattle's better on offense, better on defense. And I think that'll show in the game. But I think New England will be certainly respectable in the Super Bowl, considering how far they've come from where they were a year ago. And I think a lot of that's due to Coach Vrabel.
So wait a minute. All of you guys are going with the Seattle Seahawks. All right, I'll give my prediction just a little bit later on. But Norm, you said by 10 points. Who's the MVP of the game?
Well, it's a quarterback-driven league, so with that in mind, probably unlikely anybody would have thought of Darnold, but I'll go with Sam to get the MVP.
Angie, who gets the MVP?
I'm gonna say Smith. I think he was already named like MVP in previous years, so I don't know that. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
No, you can't go on the international TV. A guy asked you the question, and you can go, I don't know. First of all, there's no person in Seattle as I don't know, right? You can even ask Mark. He's looking it up right now. Okay?
And that's why I'd like to just get you fired up. Did it work?
No, I'm not fired up. Norm is the only one who gets me fired up. I get him fired up and everything like that. Pick somebody. Smith and Jigba is a pretty good guess, so I'll go with that.
I'm gonna stick with that.
All right. Now, Mark Everett Kelly, the two-time Emmy Award winner who has two, I mentioned 3, 2 sponsors, which he never gives me money for or never gives Norm from. But who's your MVP of this game?
Well, I would agree with Norm. It's normally a quarterback, historically, like 75% of the time, quarterback gets it. By the way, trivia question: who were the 2 players that were offensive MVPs that did not score a touchdown, throw a touchdown, or run for a touchdown? That's the trivia question. But
nobody's going to answer it because you written it down there. I saw you on.
I never wrote it down. I know it by heart anyway.
You wrote it down because you're at the classroom. You think, come on, just give it away. Don't waste time here. We got
no. Now I'm not going to tell you my MVP. How's that?
That I don't care about.
I'm not going to give you the present I brought.
All right. The only people I care about really is she should take off the Seattle Seahawk hoodie, and Norm, of course, me and Norm 40 years. Okay. Everybody's going with the Seattle Seahawks. Everybody's going to at least 10 points. Even my good friend, the three-time Super Bowl champion, Randy Cross, said Seattle's going to win. But you know what? And this hurts me to say. This really hurts me to say, especially on my birthday. By the way, Norm, great present. Secondly, especially notice I say Norm, great present. Angie and Mark, you got to pull up your socks. All right? Like, look, everybody's picking Seattle. I hate this. Look what I'm wearing. These are similar colors to the New England Patriots.
And that's why you're choosing that? And you're calling me a bandwagon jumper?
I'm not a bandwagon jumper. I will never pick New England. So that tells you. Number one, everybody's picking Seattle. I would like to go with Seattle. But if everybody's picking Seattle, you don't do what the people do. I'm the president of the provinces of Canada, the mayor-elect of North America, soon to run for the mayor of Greenland. Norm, Greenland, me and you. All right? So here it is. New England wins by a field goal. New England wins by a field goal, and the MVP of the league, MVP of the game, will be somebody on the New England defense. Somebody on the New England defense. I don't know who it could be. The defense could also be a kicker, but I'm telling you, New England wins maybe by 4 points, 21-17. And if, if New England wins, I know I won't hear the end of it because Buffalo should have been there, blah, 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 blah. But if everybody's going with Seattle, you tend to go to the other side. Now, I'm going to go around the table.
You're wrong. You're going to be wrong. How does that feel?
I'm never wrong. If I'm wrong, I blame Norm. Now, secondly, okay, I'm going to go around the table. So far, almost all coaches have been, got new jobs and all that. Which is the hiring that impressed you the most? Norm, start off with you. Is it Baltimore, or is it the Giants getting Baltimore's former coach? Is it McCarthy going to Pittsburgh? He's from Pittsburgh. Which one impressed you the most?
Yeah, I think McCarthy being a Pittsburgh guy going to the Steelers, that's a good fit if you look at their history of longevity with coaches. And I think it's smart to pick an area guy that'll certainly, I'm guessing from a distance that goes over very well with the fans in Pittsburgh. McCarthy's got a long coaching record. So I think that'll be a good fit all around. And we'll see what happens. But that one's impressed me the most so far.
Mark?
I think it's a tie between the Giants and the Steelers. Obviously, you got two coaches that have won Super Bowls that have had success pretty much anywhere they go. I mean, I wouldn't know what it's like to hire a Super Bowl winning coach, but I think those teams.
Stop playing with your pen. No teacher has told you do not play with your pen when you're on TV. All right, enough your pen jobs. That's the only job you could get. Okay, go ahead, Angie.
I'm going to take a very different angle on this one. Love me or hate me for it, but it is February. February is Black History Month. They have not signed one black head coach yet. So let that sink in for a minute.
Yeah, well, Coach Tomlin would have been hired if he'd wanted to, but he's taking a year sabbatical. Unless he changes his mind. I think he would have been hired, Angie, pretty quickly once he announced that he was looking for, a change in direction. So I think Coach Tomlin would have got a job right away if he wanted one, or can have one right away if he wants one.
I agree with that. He wants to take a year off, so he has earned a year, 2, 3, whatever off. But once again, all you guys missed the boat here. I'm going to go around the table. Who's the MVP of this league? And you know who I'm talking about, Norm. Would you say Josh Allen?
Yeah, it's hard to argue against Josh Allen. I mean, he even when they lose, he comes close. Yeah. He didn't have a great game, obviously, when they lost in terms of turnovers. But, yeah, I mean, where would the Bills be without him? That's the question to ask yourself.
Me as the starting quarterback. But here, Angie, who do you agree? Josh Allen MVP?
I mean, I agree, and I was hoping to see it. I hope, it.
No. I don't care what you're hoping to see. Josh Allen MVP. Mark, stop playing
with your pen. How do we say no? You can't even say no.
Listen, Mark, stop playing with your pen. MVP Josh Allen?
Yep.
All right. So if your MVP of the entire league is Josh Allen, Josh Allen wants Joe Brady as the coach. I would have picked Bill Belichick, but whatever. Joe Brady as the coach. If your quarterback, the number one quarterback in the league, number one player in the league, is super happy with that, Joe Brady is the coach you're supposed to bring in. Joe Brady is going to get us to the Super Bowl. And guess what? I'm banking on this. Ange, I'm going to go to you here. Okay, I'm the president of the provinces of Canada, right?
Yeah.
What's my name?
What's your what?
What's my name?
Joe.
What's the name of the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl winning champion next year? Coach.
Oh, Coach? Joe?
Yeah. There you go. Enough said. All right, enough said. Now, Norm, you go on. Any final comments here? Norm looks good in pink. All right, so Norm, any final comments?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to the halftime show.
Where are you going to watch the game from?
Where am I going to watch the game from? From your birthday party, Joe.
Yes, for my birthday party. All right, Mark, I'm going to extend an invitation to Mark to come to the birthday Super Bowl party? Go ahead.
Well, you're obviously invited. A 3-hour flight from Alabama. It's a bit of a haul for a birthday party. All due respect to Joe.
Look, I'll even get him to stay 1 or 2 more days. We'll put him up in the room here, everything like that. But he has to, wipe my shoes, everything like that, and get us one of his 2 sponsors and everything. Mark, are you going to come Sunday for my Super Bowl birthday party?
Well, how could I decline that invitation?
Look, you're going to meet Norm, man. That's an idol. I put you on. Cannot decline it. All right, we'll talk about my address. Angie. Norm, convince her to come to the Super Bowl birthday party. And Ange,
I'm going to be at Super Bowl. I don't know how many times.
You're not going to be at the Super Bowl.
I'm going to be in Santa Clara, California for the Super Bowl.
No. You're not going to be there. Now,
so I'll wait for you guys from the sidelines.
Well, you have a built-in excuse, all right? But look, Norm, convince Angie to come to the Super birthday party. Convince her.
Well, Joe, with all due respect to your birthday party, I think Angie's made a pretty good selection to be at the Super Bowl.
She's not going to listen here. I'm going to tell you, Norm. I didn't want to do this. All right, I didn't want to do this, but Norm, remember yesterday we were talking to one of your favorite ladies, and she even said, Norm, tell Angie she's looking forward to seeing Angie because my sister's going to come for my birthday. So look,
looking forward to it.
From Florida, you better come from Brampton or where the hell you are. All right? That's true. Norm, isn't it?
I didn't really understand your question, Joe. It certainly sounded interesting, but I didn't really understand your question. But no, I think Angie's made a fine choice by being at the Super Bowl.
Didn't my lovely, which I am a better looking than my sister, agree and say that she's coming Sunday to celebrate the Super Bowl, to celebrate my birthday, and to meet Angie, and to color Angie and her are going to get manicures and pedicures and haircures and everything like that. Angie wants to get light green. Betty wants to get, well, she's already red, blue and red and everything like that. Mark looks like he's sleeping, but isn't that the truth? You want to disappoint me? That's fine. I can't believe you're going to be disappointing me on my birthday. You disappoint Norm, that's another thing. But you cannot disappoint my sister.
I'm sure she'd understand.
She won't. She won't understand. She won't understand.
On the sideline.
Anyways, okay, enough talking about this. So Norm says Seattle. Mark says Seattle. Angie says Seattle. They're all wrong. And by the way, I'm the first one to say this. In 2027 Super Bowl, Mark, wake up, listen to this. The Buffalo Bills will be going around in circles. The Buffalo Bills will play. Listen to this. The Buffalo Bills will play the San Francisco 49ers. If I'm wrong, Mark's going to shave his head. All right, Mark.
I'm on that in Vegas for you on your behalf.
What are you doing in Vegas? Are you working for Fired Up Network? What are you doing in Vegas? You keep on mentioning Vegas. You gone to Vegas, not even a birthday present for me. Mark is in Alabama where they have so much oil and everything like that. Not even a birthday present for me. Norm, my good buddy, my brother, got me a birthday present. I won't tell you how much he gave me, but 3 digits, man. Like, look, enough.
You're just upset because we're not talking Super Bowl and the Bills right now, but maybe we'll have that conversation same time next year.
Okay, so anything you want to say about the Super Bowl and Bills next year? Say it to yourself, you bandwagon. All right.
I would love to see them in the Super Bowl.
Now, for Norm Rumack, the broadcasting legend, who picks Seattle by 10. For Angie, a legend for Fired Up and Fam, he's picking Seattle by 10 and more. For Mark, he's picking Seattle. All of them wrong. New England's going to win. Go Pats, go. Happy New Year. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Norm's going to get me 15 bottles of beer on the wall. And Mark, I need the coupon to go to the Golden Corral.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Enjoy the